are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Here we go.
They start the drive with Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique.
This is caught at the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 7, Smith. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Smith. And it's a Packers touchdown. Isaiah Likely from 8 yards out. And the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, the underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Texans taking over offensively, and it is, of course, Deshaun Watson who leads them out at quarterback.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
That'll be caught by Anderson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. A gain there of 21 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Watson buying time to his left. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson gets this one to Juszczyk. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now Watson. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Yeah, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
He's got a man, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still, nice to know that he's still got it.
Now Gino on first down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games we're in week. It's funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth, because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
To throw again on second down. Smith. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Ready? Hey!
Dobbins fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Dobbins once more. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Rosa's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because it...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. You're the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long. These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time, 3 here. Not the worst thing in the world. On fourth down, Smith. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down. As you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Gerald Sneed.
I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go.
Smith. And his pass incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate, drops it.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now Gino finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's fourth and goal.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down. And they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Rosas' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Yeah, this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Watson, off play action. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They got 29 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Fournette running out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Here's Watson on the sneak. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain.
Unlock line! Unlock line!
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 89 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston set to take over. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Watson. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. And I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Off of play action, it's Watson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. That is caught by Anderson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there at 22. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 59 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down, back to Fournette. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Fournette. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Leonard Fournette, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Texans are back within a score. Gano the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. And what a drive that. Plays all told. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a threat? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Again, it's Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, Fournette. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, first and goal. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to trip a few more yards and get yourself close.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Leonard Fournette on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Texans scoop it. And some room to work. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
Well, I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now Evans hit, and the ball pops free. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Smith. This will be caught by Brown. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On second down, Cook dances by him, flashes another juke. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Geno now to throw. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Here's Smith. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Rosas' kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On first down, it's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. 93 yards on the ground for Fournette. It's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And able to get this to the 31.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Well, Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the give. Now Watson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Leonard Fournette on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point try good by Gano. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. that time. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Leonard Fournette, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. You know, the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. How does the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away? Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark. How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Smith on first down. Towards the end zone for Brown. Touchdown, Packers! Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. To throw again on second down. Watson. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The tight end Cameron Brate was the target, but it'll be second down. Up the middle they go. Rivers. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Rivers, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They're going to look to throw. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They'll look to throw again. That is caught at the 7. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Rivers, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down. Extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Rager catches it left side. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans back out there and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat counter, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And brought in by Braid. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Braid, the tight end's got it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
2nd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Houston's offense taking over again as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And now they're in the hurry-up. He'll drop to throw. And Bright has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of this tight end complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll set up to throw, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Troy Hill picks it. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left.
Open man here is Benson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jonathan Allen able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Trinity Benson.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Packers take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Out comes a Houston. gets set to take over here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 22 more yards there and another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Eluding the pressure right.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Come on, come on.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Chigakonkwo.
27 yards.
And the Packers get a bit closer.
They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And now out comes Houston. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's match the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards to pick up there. They go play action here on first down. And that that going to be incomplete? Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Being chased out left. And that's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So Matt LaFleur had it right, and he'll wind up winning that challenge. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Let's go now.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 2nd and 1 from the 2. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston set to take over. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And sensing the momentum, maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball,
so they should get another shot.
On the move to his left. And he'll be out right at the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, will the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Hey!
Now Edwards-Helaire. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready,
A give up the middle to Dobbins. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Dobbins running out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, Parker, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Down at the 25. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. back to throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down, 4th and goal.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Rosa's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Bird. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
On 2nd down now. Rivers, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk.
And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back.
Remember now, no overtime in the preseason, but where the score is at now, overtime would be unlikely. If these guys can put it in the end zone here, they'd be looking pretty good.
The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up.
Dobbins with it.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
This is Robinson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch.
A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds, and maybe a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Steps away to his left.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this out past the 25.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bad good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers. I may